Welcome to Hull and Estates and Succession Planning, a series of podcasts hosted by Ian Hull and Susanna Popovic-Montag. The podcast you are listening to will provide information and insights into estate planning in Canada. From the offices of Hull in Toronto, here are Ian and Susanna.
Hi, and welcome to Hull and Estates and Succession Planning. Hi, my name's Ian Hull, and I am doing the courageous thing. That is a Movember Hull and Estate and Succession Planning podcast. So I'm taking a lot of abuse for my mustache, so I will hopefully look forward to December 30th when I can get rid of it. But it's for a good cause and bringing attention to an important cause. We have been extremely busy this fall, and we're getting podcasts in when we can, and we're sorry we're sometimes a bit intermittent, but we've been really working hard on our Twitters, our daily Twitters between Susanna and I, our podcasts and our video podcasts as well. So today, I thought I'd spend a few minutes on what is a really, so to me anyway, very interesting development that we're seeing in the marketplace, and one that I think is something that's worth talking about. And that is a new service that has come out of the great accounting firm of Ernst & Young, and in particular, Joe Perniak and Pearl Schusheim over in the Toronto office met with some of us recently and talked about a new service that I was struck by that their shop is working with, and I thought was a very important tool, an add-on tool to estate planning service providers and advisors. And what they have done is this: they have created a focused approach to estates and trusts, and they have brought in all of the, within their own shop, allied services that they can provide that touch on estate and trust planning. And I thought it was a very interesting, it's a unique business position they are in the marketplace. Very interesting idea, because they use their services to be one-shop financial resource for the estate planning services, and we were able to get a pretty good idea. Obviously, what comes to mind when you deal with accounting firms, and some of the big, obviously the big accounting firms and some of the small ones, is this ability to provide specific, concrete tax advice. That's an obvious one, and one that we use on a regular basis when we're talking about planning and post-mortem planning and the like. But what they have done is they brought together the various groups and working with them to touch on, I think, really interesting opportunities for people to pass, who are passing on significant wealth or corporations and operating companies as well in the context of estate planning. They take their valuation department, they take their tax department, they use their real estate department, they have a forensic and accounting services department, they have what they call a divestiture advisory group, a business stabilization and interim management support service, and a business strategic reviews. All of these different elements, which I think are fundamental to not every estate, but in situations for transition of companies, can be a vital tool. And what they have got is this opportunity to bring in a one-stop shopping use of these various accounting services to touch on specifically the estate planning elements. And I thought it was an interesting option because they really do add a sort of a one point person, so to speak, element to a variety of issues that come up in our estate planning scenarios on a regular basis. For example, when you're taking on an operating company, and if you have to take it over as an estate trustee, you've lost the head or the heads of the company. Maybe the father has been operating the company for many years. It's too soon for a good transition team coming through with the family, and he passes away suddenly. What are you going to do? And you can work with a group of allied professionals for sure, and these guys at Ernst & Young offer an opportunity to work with one firm at one time to bring in, for example, support. Bring in a general manager to get operating it. They have the resources to chase that down, get the tax advice immediately, get the valuation advice immediately, and so on. And as I say, it's not for every estate, but when you have complex or multifaceted estate planning services that are needed, sometimes it's a little easier to clump together the advisors through one accounting firm and through one set of lawyers to walk the process through. So we met with them. We were excited by the opportunity to chat with them a little bit about what they're doing, and I thought it was a nice idea from a market standpoint, and I thought I'd talk about it today to let everyone know it exists. And sometimes you're not going to need the large shop for those estate planning needs, but sometimes you are, and they offer a very unique perspective. So I thank them for coming by to see us, and again, welcome their presence in the marketplace to add some real value from the accounting standpoint. So those are my thoughts today on some recent developments. Suzanne and I have been very busy speaking at the Law Society. We just had a lengthy seminar on ethics and estate planning issues that come up for lawyers, which was really interesting and a great opportunity for us to hash out ethical issues in the context of estates. So we look forward to be coming back for our next podcast, and thank you for attending today.
You have been listening to Hull on Estate and Succession Planning by Ian Hull and Susanna Popovic-Montag. The podcast that you have been listening to has been provided as an information service. It is a summary of current issues in estates and estate planning. It is not legal advice, and you're reminded to always speak with a legal professional regarding your specific circumstance. To listen to other Hull & Hull podcasts or leave any questions or comments, please visit our website at hullestatemediation.com.